When I was 10 years old, I started my Budo training. Actually, not karate though. So reason was I was very spoiled and shy. So my parents decided to put me into the martial art program. So I started with kendo. After that, when I become a junior high school student, I started judo at a club. Kokutsudachi. But if you look at this way, zenkutsudachi. But when we use zenkutsudachi, we get wider stance. But when we use kokutsudachi, both feet is on the same line.
So I started karate at the age of 7 in Honolulu, Hawaii. I believe it was in like a YMCA where my mom just signed me up for a class after school, and that's where I was first introduced to the sport of the martial art karate. And from there, I went to the dojo and started to actually practice karate. And that's where it all began. I trained under Kotaka sensei when I was there. And I just love the environment of being in the dojo, just being around other athletes, senseis. They were so inspiring, like, to me, just seeing them compete and train and their determination for karate. It was just so inspiring that kept me going. First USA team when I was 14. That's when I first competed at the U.S. Nationals, made the USA team to represent the country. And from 14 and on, I've been on the USA team ever since then. And from there, it just opened my mind with, just competition, and just being able to see the world through karate was very mind-opening for me, and just kept going, and here I am now, I guess. A lot of the senpais that I looked up to in the dojo are still on the team right now. Like I said, I trained under Kotaka sensei, but like George was there, and also like Amy and Shannon, and like all these other athletes are still, some of them are still around. And it's amazing to see not how it came to full circle, but being in the Olympics and being on the team with them. I never would have imagined myself being on the same team and traveling the world with them to this capacity. So yeah, I will not be here without any of the instructors that was introduced in my life through this journey. Training in Hawaii under Kotaka sensei built the basics and fundamentals, the foundation of karate. And learning from Inoue sensei was such a blessing because, he basically introduced me to the other side of karate. It wasn't just, of course it was about the martial art, but it was how you moved your body, how your body functioned. And being at that age, I think, before I was just doing kata, just practicing kata and kata and kata over and over again. But when Inoue sensei came in, it was just a whole new world, and I had to basically start from scratch to understand his philosophy, his idea about kata, and how he wanted us to perform. In terms of timing, I'm very lucky. Who would have thought that Olympics, karate will be in the Olympics at this time in Tokyo? I have families in Tokyo. I went to school. I have friends there. I have senseis, senpais in Japan. So the first beginning of Basairai, I'm just gonna go over the first couple of movements right now. Here. Okay, so this chunk. I always make sure my stances are grounded to the floor when I do this movement. So from here, the idea is that I don't drop into a stance from where I'm standing, if that makes sense. So I will face the same angle from here. Instead of dropping from here straight down, I make sure I get into the stance first, and then I move my body, and that's where my hips works. Then I block.